All right, so 1.2, evaluate and simplify algebraic expressions.
Here you go, Matt. Sorry.
All right, so basically this is a lot of exponents and stuff in terms of solving them. So they just say to evaluate the power. So if we have something like 2 cubed, what is that? 8. How about negative 5 squared? What is that?
-25.
Yep. I'm glad you did not get rid of the negative, because a lot of people get rid of the negative, but the only way that would actually happen is if we had this. If we had negative 5, all that squared, then that would be positive 25. So that's a pretty common mistake that people make. So 10, negative 8 cubed.
Negative 512.
Yep, negative 512. What if instead I had this?
512.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What does the cube do? Negative times negative times negative, which would be
Positive.
negative. So if it's an odd power, it's going to stay the same. If it's even in the parentheses, then it's going to go away. So then if I had negative 3 in parentheses squared, what is that?
9.
Positive 9. How about negative 2 in parentheses raised to the 8th?
Cheater.
256.
Cheater.
This would be one of those quizzes you wouldn't have a calculator for, so
Yeah, Christian.
would not. I usually don't give you something like 8 cubed because that's a really big one that you wouldn't just know off the top of your head, but it would be something you could easily multiply out. So, all right. Any questions on those ones? We're okay on evaluating power. All right. So the next one say to evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. So 18, we have, if I can read, 6h divided by 2 plus h when h is equal to 4. So everywhere I see an h, I'm replacing it with 4. So I'm going to have 6 times 4 divided by 2 plus 4. So based on order of operations, what am I doing first?
6 times 4. 24.
Yep. So that's 24 divided by 2 plus 4. As long as you show this step here of actually plugging in the 4, if you end up, because I know this is like simple math, if you end up just going across and give me the final answer, that's fine. So 24 divided by 2 plus 4. 16. So 16 would be the answer for that one. 22 is n cubed minus 4n plus 10 when n is equal to negative 3. There's something on So I'm going to plug in -3. I would always put it in parentheses when it's a negative number, so that way you make sure that you don't forget about signs or get confused, like when I get here. And if you just did that, you're going to think it's subtracting, so make sure you do the parentheses around it. So what is -3 cubed?
-27.
-27, and then I'm just going to do this in 2 steps. -4 times -3.
12.
And then plus 10, so what final answer is that? -5. Any questions on those, plugging stuff in? Good. Okay. So then the next one say to simplify the expression. So this is basically just to condense everything down, get like terms together, which you've been doing for several years now, I would assume. So 26, we have y squared plus 2y plus 3y squared. So what would we get for that?
4y squared plus 2y.
Yep. One that requires a little bit more thinking, number 30. 10 times n squared plus n minus 6 times n squared minus 2. Any ideas what we need to do on that one? Or what's my first step? Distribute, so, and then I need to distribute this one as well, so all right, and then combine like terms, we get what?
4 and 2 plus 10 and plus 1.
Yep. Everybody remember how to combine like terms? All right, the next one say to evaluate the expression for the given values of x and y. So now instead of it just giving us one thing to plug in, it's giving us 2 things to plug in. So 40, we've got in parentheses 3x squared. So that the whole thing is being squared minus y cubed. And it says it's for when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. So I'm going to do 3 times 4 squared minus 5 cubed. So what is 3 times 4 squared?
144.
Yep, 144. And then what is, that's going to be minus, what's 5 cubed?
5 times 5 times 5 times 5.
What's 5 quarters?
125.
Yep.
Oh.
That's how I like to think about it.
I was going to do 15 times 5.
I had 25 times 4.
So then that gives us 19.
I didn't even do I was doing this person was
I was just stretching. You're that person listening.
All right, 42, x plus 2y divided by 4x minus y. X is equal to -3, y is equal to 4. All right, so -3 plus 2 times 4 over 4 times -3 minus 4. So what does that give me on top? 5. And how about the bottom?
-16.
Yep. Just leave it like that.
Whoa.
That was cool.
You want to see one's even cooler?
Yeah, I do.
That's really cool.
I need one of
That's
Can also do circles. We can do triangles. It's really nice when we get to trig. Yesterday in stats, I had to draw like some like pie charts and stuff, and so they were like, "I wish I could draw a perfect circle." So then one of them picks up their like giant water bottle and sits it on their page, and they're like, "I'm gonna have a giant pie chart." I was like, "It's fine by me." It's like, I mean, they don't have to be perfect. Mine just does it naturally, so I'm not gonna complain about it.
That
My
works.
mom doesn't make.
I mean, I would.
And you. Anybody.
Well, then you'd have like 20.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, some of you.
You have like 1, 2.
All right, simplify the expression. So now these are simplifying just like we did above, but with two variables. 46 p cubed plus 3q squared minus q plus 3p cubed.
Okay.
Nobody understands.
4p3 plus
Cheater.
what? 3p squared minus q.
Yep.
Absolute cheater.
All right, one more.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
For notes tomorrow, we do from tonight and we have notes tomorrow. Or we're gonna-
Well, you'll have plenty of time in class to do them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
1.3 is for tomorrow and Friday.
That's the plan. We might get through it super fast though, so I don't know. I have to look. We may have a quiz after 1.3 or we might wait and do it after 1.4. I just kind of have to see.
This is our next one.
All right. What am I doing first on this one?
You're putting 3 times 2x times y. So, -3y.
And then what?
Is that a parenthesis by 9? Is that a
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So then plus
9.
plus 9 x
Plus 18.
plus 18y.
All right, and what does that give me?
15y and then so yeah, 12x squared. It's been a while now. I didn't know what that was like. Is that 91?
Okay, so your problems are going to be 5 through 29, every other odd. Okay, do you know what that means?
Yep.
Okay.
Yo.
And then also 37, 49, and I want you to try 51.
Please do see
And I will tell you 51 doesn't have a set answer. It's called an open-ended math problem.
So every other odd is like 5 and you 9 and then you do like.
Yeah, so it's 5, skip 7, 9, skip 11, 13, so on and so forth.
Didn't we just did that with Miss Marshall?
No, we
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
All on all.